Aloha from the Ozarks, folks. I've got this brand new, to my lot, corner porch cabin. Thought I'd walk inside and show it to you real quick. It's all plywood siding and flooring, and it's new to my lot. It was sitting at a different dealer's lot in Oklahoma, and they brought it to me after it sat there unsold for over 2 years. So you're going to have a special discount on this particular building. Even though it's new, it's going to have an aged inventory discount applied to it. Plus, sometimes I'm able to stack the other monthly discounts on top of this aged inventory discount. So you may be able to get this at a super amazing bargain of a price. Depends on what discounts we're running in whatever month that you happen to be watching this video. So I always put that pricing in my video description. So take a look at the video description or hit my website, which is listed here on the video, and I'll have the updated pricing listed there, or just text me or call me. You got the number there on the screen. All right, let me talk to you about this building. This is a 12 by 32 corner porch cabin. So you got your little corner porch here, all right? And this is all plywood floors and siding. And you got a window here, 2 by 3. And then you got 2 3 by 3 windows here, and then another 2 by 3 window over here. All right. Your walls are pressure treated premium grade lumber, 16 inches on center, standard for how we do all of our buildings. Double studded every 4 feet or every third wall stud, all the way down for strong, sturdy walls. Single stud at the bottom of the walls, double stud at the tops of the walls, the wall caps or wall headers. Okay. And this building was back when we used to use our metal hurricane clips, which were rated for about 435 pounds of tensile strength. We had a 150 mile an hour wind gust engineer certified rating using those metal hurricane clips, and now we've upgraded to metal hurricane screws, which are even stronger than these, but these were very, very strong, and a lot of other companies in the portable building industry don't even use those. So we were better back when we had those, and we're even better now with the hurricane screws versus the hurricane clips, with their very, very sturdy way to mount the roof trusses to the tops of the walls. Now, the other thing I want to talk about before I talk about the roof is the framing. All of our window frames and our door frames are double studded at minimum, and depends on where it falls on the wall. Sometimes they end up being triple or quadruple studs just because of the placement. But double studded frames for doors and windows, here's your door, double studded, okay, means the framing is sturdy and strong and going to keep the window and door square with the building once it's been delivered to your site and leveled, okay? And that means the doors and windows are going to open and shut freely like they're supposed to do after it's at your site and leveled, okay? Because we kept the framing double studded. So it's a strong, sturdy frame that keeps that window and door square, okay? That's very important. Now, that's enough about the framing and the walls. Now I want to talk to you about the roof. So I mentioned to you how we mount the roof trusses to the tops of our double studded wall headers, wall caps. Roof trusses are 2x4s, also pressure treated premium grade. And in our buildings, we take the roof truss, the base of the roof truss, and we go all the way across the gap there, and we mount it to the top of the wall on this side, we mount it to the top of the wall on this side. So it gives you lateral stability across this building all the way down, just like having floor joists underneath gives you lateral stability. This gives you lateral stability across the top. Pretty much every other portable building company manufacturer doesn't do that. They take that roof truss, they shrink it down and raise it up higher so that it actually does not rest and mount onto the wall. So you lose some lateral stability that way. And the reason they do that is they get a shorter piece of wood. It costs them less money. Okay, that's the bottom line. It saves them a bit of money. But GRACELAND puts that roof truss that goes all the way across and gives you lateral stability in our non-lofted buildings. Okay, so very, very good, strong and sturdy roof trusses. All right, the roof itself is OSB, which you cannot see because on the inside we have the radiant barrier applied to the inside of this roof. That's an optional upgrade. It's already installed on this building. But back to the roof. OSB roof decking is standard. On the outside goes the metal. Between the metal and the roof decking, we put a moisture barrier. It's like a tar paper. And then on the inside of this particular building, we got that radiant barrier roof upgrade that reflects out 97% of the sun's radiant heat. In the summertime, it'll reduce temperatures about 25 degrees because you have the radiant barrier on the inside, okay? It's a big deal, and I always recommend getting it. Next, let's talk about the ventilation. You can see light peeking through up there, right? That's because we have a Soffit ventilation system that runs the entire side over here, as well as on this side. So we're moving a lot of air up and out right here through the screened roof ridge vent that runs the entire peak of the roof. Is screened in to keep out bugs and debris, but it works in conjunction with the airflow, the Soffit vents over here that are patented. That's a patented Graceland exclusive. We move a bunch of air, goes up and goes out. And what does that mean for you? We remove more humidity and moisture than the other companies because they don't move nearly as much air as we do. They put one little tiny rectangular plastic vent right up there, and then they put another one on the other end, and that's all they've got for air movement inside your building. And we circulate a whole lot more air, helps keep the building cooler, and also gets that humidity out, which means for you, reduced chances for mold and mildew. Okay, so that's a Graceland patented exclusive. Let's talk about the flooring. 5/8 inch pressure treated flooring. It's also 5/8 inch pressure treated siding as well. And they're interlocked. They're tongue and groove, both the siding and the flooring. So they're all interlocked. All right, now, underneath the plywood flooring, 2x6 floor joists running across, okay? And they are, like our wall studs, they are 16 inches apart all the way across. So the standard floor is 16 inches, 2x6 floor joists. Not 2x4s, but 2x6s, okay? Underneath the floor joists, we use 4x6 runners, the skids that are underneath the building, and they are notched out 1 inch deep so that every floor joist sits down inside of that notched out 4x6 runner underneath. Okay, gives you a very strong and sturdy subfloor. Now let's talk about pricing. The pricing, as I mentioned at the beginning of the video, I'll have the updated pricing listed somewhere in this video description, whether you're watching it on YouTube or Facebook or wherever it is that you happen to be watching this video. Check the video description for the updated pricing, because pricing will change each month depending on what discounts I have available to me. All right. Now, we always offer military discounts, so thank you to active duty and retired military. We appreciate your service. Well, thank you for your service. Okay. And the next thing I want to say is delivery. Delivery is free within 50 miles of my lot. After 50 miles, there is a mileage charge, okay? But 50 miles is included. And we will bring the building out to your site. We'll anchor it and we'll set it up on the blocks that you provide. And then we will attempt to anchor it into the ground as long as your ground is suitable for driving anchors, because we are in the Ozarks and you got a lot of rocks in the ground. We have to hand drive those anchors. All right, but that's included. A lot of other companies may upcharge you for anchors, and they a lot of times they don't provide the anchoring service. But Graceland does not upcharge for the anchors, and we don't charge you for that service. We will anchor it as long as your ground is suitable for anchoring, and as long as you set your building up high enough off the ground. Okay. So rent to own is your easiest way to get into it. There's no charge, there's no credit check, and then there's no penalty to pay it off early. The cash price is your best price. Aloha from the Ozarks.